How's it going, everyone, and welcome to the initiative. Today I'm joined by Evan Filarca. Oh, he's really dark there, you can see him.
Hello,
and
Spidey
also
Squad.
Khaled here is a friend of ours. He came to Comic-Con with us last year, and so we just came out of Hall H. We just saw the latest from Marvel's Avengers game, which is right over there. Look at that amazing banner.
Yes, we
so
did.
We got to see some stuff. We got to see the whole Hall H panel, and Evan has some more negative thoughts than I do. But go ahead, Evan, and go ahead and tell us a little bit of what you thought.
Here's the thing. I liked what we saw. It's just that I was at E3 and they already showed what was shown off at E3 here at Comic-Con with a couple new scenes, including a character that a lot of people were speculating if it was going to be in the game or not with...
Kamala Khan is confirmed. They didn't say her name or anything, but during the A-Day scene, we actually see a younger version of Kamala Khan screaming for her brother Amir, who I'm guessing dies during A-Day, because after the scene, they show Captain America's statue, and she narrates, "We all lost something that day."
Yep.
And considering that she was screaming her brother's name before that scene, I'm starting to assume that she loses her brother there, and that's who she's avenging during the game.
And she was wearing a Captain Marvel shirt, so that's double tease maybe. Kamala Khan as Miss Marvel, exposed by the Terrigen Mist in Humans maybe. And Captain Marvel possibly as well in the game. Launch
so
or something.
Kamala Khan is wearing a Captain Marvel t-shirt and like some sort of necklace merch.
Yeah.
So that means Captain Marvel exists in the universe already. So will we see her in the game? Who knows? But Khaled, what did you think of what we saw? And how do you feel about the game so far?
Well, it's the first time I saw it actually in HD, so I thought that was great.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. I think they have a ways to go in terms of like improving like the quality of it from a year. Like I really want to see how it's going to change.
Right.
The biggest thing for me is gameplay. I love Spider-Man's gameplay, if you guys didn't know that already. But I think it would be really interesting to see how it changes, if it's fluid or not. And I really want to see how the characters are going to change, like from the start of the game to the end of the game. You know? And just in general, just the movement system and the combat system and how that moves and works together, because Spider-Man has so much great synergy.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested to see how Avengers is going to work on that, especially with all these promises about new characters and expansions. How are you going to differentiate each character and make them fluid and feel like the character? So.
And speaking of expansions and whatnot, during the panel, we got our first glimpse at the main menu screen within the game, and we got to see Iron Man's. We got to see 3 outfits from Iron Man. We saw a gray one, which at first I thought was sort of Fear Itself-ish, but it really just looks like kind of like the Mark II
with a different headpiece or something.
Right, and then we also got to see Iron Man in the Marvel Now Mark 42 black and gold armor, which was super cool. But most importantly, we got to see Joe Fixit, Mr. Fixit Hulk. He's still green. He's still green, which Evan had problems with.
No gray yet.
I hope that's just, maybe it's just a mock-up.
Oh yeah,
you
think that's just like a temporary concept of it?
But and Troy Baker was super hyped when he saw it in the cast panel. He was super excited about that one. That was one of my suits on my top 5 list as well, so super excited that's in the game. And also with suits with my boy Thor, Travis Willingham, Kingpin. He got apparently old Thor with, it looked like he had gray hair, and Viking Thor, and like more like golden armor plated.
Oh yeah, his
Thor,
his chest area was different.
Like he had like a different breastplate, and like his leg wraps were more armored and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be a lot of customization that we haven't seen yet, but what they keep saying, you can play your Iron Man, your Thor, your Hulk, so they're going to do all this and more, and when we see the upgrades, there's going to be a lot of variety when it comes to fighting, traversal, all that stuff.
Yes.
And it's, to kind of touch on that, the only thing I'm a little concerned about is I hope that customization isn't just like the existing character model and they make like subtle changes. Like I'm hoping,
you want skins, like completely new skins.
Want skins a little bit. Like I know the face is going to be the same, but like I'm hoping that it's not going to be like, Iron Man. Like his faceplate still is kind of similar.
Right.
I'm hoping that changes. Like you can literally change it. Like what if I want Marvel's the movie version of Iron Man's faceplate? I'm hoping that's not how it's going to be. Even like with Thor.
Like Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man's chest piece, but then the Iron Man VR head and then the
you want like really in-depth customization?
If they did that, I don't know if they will.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna do that.
But there'll be like suits like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I don't know if they will have powers, but it looked like you can upgrade each statistic for the skills that you have with the jet propulsors and Thor's hammer and Hulk smashing and Black Widow's guns. So there's gonna be a lot of differentiation of gameplay that will add a lot of variety to the mix and replayability for people who want to keep playing non-stop. Like what they say, years to come, never stop playing the game, and I think that is one of the aspects as to why.
No, yeah, for sure. The menu screens that we saw were like really big. There was a lot of upgrades on there. There was a lot of open spaces for costumes, which makes me think like how many costumes per character? Because that looked like way too many. Like,
I can't fathom 20 or something.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Like what? Yeah, like and free heroes, free regions, but microtransactions
for the costumes. I'm assuming.
We don't know for sure what it is.
Yeah.
And the people are like, no, they didn't confirm. Yes, Sean S. Guy directly confirmed in a post in IGN that there will in fact be microtransactions in the game. For what? We don't know yet, but what I'm assuming, there's no pay to win scenario, so no like
I'm pretty sure they said it was for purely aesthetic purposes.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, oh, I don't want to pay money to get a better Thor hammer to deal more damage. That won't be the case. What I'm assuming, like what Carlos is saying, there will only be aesthetic opportunities to change with microtransactions. So if they have like the endgame suits from the movies,
which I would
microtransactions.
I would love like costumes like that, but I'm just hoping that if you're gonna do a suit from a movie or from a comic source, just get it right, because I think that's one thing that Spider-Man really got right.
1-to-1.
They put their own spin on it.
Yeah.
Like with the Ben Reilly suit.
Ben Reilly suit, for example, that looks just like the comics, but they still have their own inside feel to it.
And what we saw, and what we saw with Mr. Fix-It and apparently different Black Widow suits and the Thor suits and Iron Man and Captain America with the white suit and his scales armor. They have a bunch of scale armor.
Awesome.
Captain America suits look great. So I don't know if that was the endgame suit or not, but maybe like just a
that
classic
was not
look.
the endgame suit.
But I think the outfits, regardless, will have the classic looks, respect the comics, and hopefully with Crystal, Eidos, Square, Marvel, add their own flair to it.
Yeah, so to wrap things up, the game looks a lot better than it did at E3.
Yes.
And speaking on the faces and the character models, Black Widow saw a lot of changes. Her hair was different, her face was a little thinner.
Lord Farquaad got a massive upgrade.
Whoa.
No, that's what everyone's saying, it's so mean. But Black Widow was definitely the most visually improved from the trailer that we saw at E3, and I think all the other characters' outfits and even the setting, the Golden Gate Bridge.
It looked dark. The sky got darker at certain times.
The lighting effects of Thor's lightning, and also the helicarrier battle or the Golden Gate Bridge battle and the helicarrier destruction looked a lot better than E3.
For real.
And only in a month's time. So by May 2015 or 2020, May 15, 2020, I think there will be a lot more upgrades to what we are currently seeing.
Yeah, so we're all really pumped, I mean except for Evan, but I'm really pumped for this game. I really believe this is going to be a stellar knockout hit, and I just want to wrap things up and say, in Sean we trust. Woo! Good job at Comic-Con, and we can't wait to see more of the game. Peace out.